Hello, Internet. This is day one. It is Saturday the 9th of April. These are the interviews. We were at the IGN Arena, and Thor and Loki, or Chris Hemsdall and Tom Hiddleston, who played Thor and Loki in Marvel movie Thor this summer, were coming down to do an interview. And before they got there, because they were slightly delayed in traffic, Mark Miller did an interview. So first there's that. Then Mark Miller gets presented with a Guinness World Record for most collaborations in a single issue of a standard comic, which was one of the two Guinness World Records that they were shooting for today. The second being quickest that a comic book is written and drawn, which at the time of recording they hadn't finished. There were several lines that still needed to be written, several words that needed to be written into the comic, so they couldn't actually present the award for that until such time as they had completely finished the comic. So that we didn't actually get any footage of. We then Thor and Loki showed up and did a 5-minute interview. That's the last 5 minutes.
And like today, we're trying to do an entire comic inside one afternoon. So at 9 o'clock this morning, I started writing a story, and then 60 artists came on board and started drawing the story and putting it together. And the guy you can see really sweating hard here is lettering the comic right now. We've got like 11 minutes left or something to actually get the world record. And this will be the fastest a comic's ever been produced in history, like a monthly American comic. I can't say it's very good. I actually haven't read it yet. But like, we're getting in the Guinness Book of Records, and it means I don't have to become the world's fastest man or pick up baked beans quicker than anyone or anything like that. So this is great. Guinness Book of Records next year, we're all going to be in it. You know, Kapow's in there as well. So that's what's happening. And the comic is actually going to come out. It's a book I do called Superior. Like Marvel and DC would have had to got them to kind of give us the rights, which they would never do. But with Superior, it's a thing I own myself. So we've done it, and we're giving all the proceeds from the comic when it comes out to the Sick Children's Hospital in Glasgow. So any money that's made from the book, that's a couple of sick kids up there, I'm delighted. But any money that's made from the book, we reckon maybe about $30,000 or thereabouts, that'd be an estimate. It's all going to go to these wee kids. I feel sorry for the English sick kids, but like that's the way it goes. You guys get everything else.
I think the Scottish kids are more sickly than the English kids. Anyway.
Yes, well, we're all dead by 35.
Can you tell us something about the story of this comic?
I don't want to spoil it, no spoilers. You know, spend your $2.99 or whatever it is.
And where can people buy it? It's
going to be available at places like, you know, you guys all know where it's going to be. Forbidden Planet, Gosh, Orbital. Anybody here from really far away? Norway? There's a load of Norwegians. Is it because Thor's coming in? Is that why you guys are all here? Like, where's a good comic shop in Norway for any Norwegians? What's the best comic shop in Norway? I don't understand what anybody's saying. I bet there's some great places. Anyway, it's on sale everywhere and probably in about 3 months' time. So if you can support all the wee poor sick kids in Glasgow, you know, by buying it, that'd be wonderful.
Okay, Mark, what's your favourite colour?
Well, there's Thor. I'm only kidding.
When's Kick-Ass 2, the movie, going to come out?
Oh man, do you know that's been asked a few times today? I think, but the thing is, our lives went a wee bit mad after Kick-Ass because we did Kick-Ass for almost no money. Like, people don't realise this. And then suddenly we all got paying jobs. You know, so we're all off doing kind of fancy Hollywood films now and everything. And we're hopefully all getting back together for Kick-Ass. Matthew's just waiting on Lionsgate to pony up the right deal for him. You know, he's very greedy. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully, does anybody want to see Kick-Ass 2? Yeah! That's about 700 tickets.
Can you give us an update on Nemesis as well?
Well, I don't know, did you guys know Ridley Scott was wandering about here today? Quite interesting.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
You told me about it.
All right. Well, I'm doing a film with his brother Tony Scott called Nemesis, and just where we are with that. God, I'm really filling time here. But I'm doing a thing with him. The screenplay's getting written at the moment, and hopefully will be in production before too long. Maybe by the end of this year, if everybody's happy with the screenplay. We haven't got any actors yet, but that'll be picked once the screenplay's done.
It won't be Thor, will it? No, he's kept us waiting.
Well, I'm actually a wee bit pissed off.
All
Do you know,
right.
have you guys got tickets to go in and see him, like, in the panel? No? Oh, he's not that good looking in real life.
All right. I think we've filled as much as we can.
I think so. I think
Do you want some more
shuffle off.
Do you want some more t-shirts? I'll get Christian back up here.
Panic once they realised that they probably didn't have quite enough time to do it on one table. Real team effort stuff. Now there is another record that you cannot have yet.
Oh, yeah?
That is the fastest because there's still like 5 or 6 letters left to be done. So when that is done, it will be a double record. It will be the fastest time to produce a comic book.
Fantastic. I'm already the best dancer, you know, and now I've got this. This is amazing. You know? Thanks very much.
Congratulations, and soon another congratulations. So let's have a big round of applause for Mark and his amazing team. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello?
I think it's Thor and Loki.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Would you like to sit here?
Yeah.
Hi, Chris and Chris.
How are you?
Can I get you two sitting here? Jeez, they're big fellas, aren't they? How you doing, guys?
Doing good. Yeah, doing great. Yeah.
Thank you for coming and speaking to us.
Pleasure,
Really
pleasure.
appreciate it. First question is, how did you both get involved in the movie?
We both auditioned. Tom auditioned for Thor, and I auditioned for Thor.
And then he played Thor, so
Tom got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did your mates say when they found out you were going to be Thor and Loki?
They were pretty stoked actually. I mean, it's the thing about this whole the Marvel universe is their films are so big now, and you know, after the Incredible Hulk and Iron Man and Iron Man 2, and you're entering into such a fantastic comic book world and such a fantastic movie world, and the scale of what they're trying to achieve is so big. It just is a massive privilege, and it's really exciting. You know, we're both about the same age, and I think every boy dreams of being a superhero, and here we are, a pair of superheroes. It's completely bananas, but it's fun.
Chris, how would you describe your take on Thor and the movie's take on the character of Thor?
I think we stick pretty closely to the comic books, and obviously there's 40 or 50 years worth of history with it. But you know, without sort of giving anything away, we certainly start Thor off as his brash, cocky young self, and the universe at his fingertips, and he's about to take on the throne. And then through his actions, which are foolish and arrogant, he is sent to Earth and to learn, just sent on a path of humility, and it's his own sort of self-discovery, and then the worlds of Asgard and Earth colliding, and all sorts of sort of madness and action and fun to be had.
Chris can't say this because he's too modest, but we both saw the film last night, and he's absolutely magnificent as Thor. It's just like, I can't tell you guys. It's like
Tom's magnificent.
it's going to be like a mutual love-in now. But it truly, like Thor, in the comics, Thor is the most charismatic, physically intense, athletic, arrogant, noble, romantic character, and there's not a single facet of those qualities that Chris hasn't embodied with every fibre of his being. It's amazing.
Can you feel the love on this stage?
Love going on.
We hate each other. Yeah.
Tom, can you tell me a little bit about Loki?
Well, Loki is Thor's younger brother, and in Norse mythology and in the comic books, Thor is the god of thunder, and Loki is the god of mischief, the trickster, the prankster, the god of lies. If Thor's gifts are strength and power and nobility and majesty and leadership, Loki is a strategist. He's intelligent. He's a master of magic, and the two of them are both the sons and princes of Asgard, and the king of Asgard is Odin, played by Anthony Hopkins. And Loki's a bit of a damaged soul. I think he feels that he doesn't quite belong. He doesn't know what his place is in his family, and he doesn't know what his place is in the universe. And in a way, the journey of the character in the film is Loki trying to find where he fits in. He's a deeply confused and psychologically complex figure.
So Why do you think they cast you as the god of mischief?
Do not know. I don't know. I think I'm always really interested in psychological complexity. Anyway, I don't think there are villains in this world. I think there are just misunderstood heroes. And Loki, I think, has his own reasons for why he does what he does. They are misguided, but they come from a sense of betrayal, a sense of being lied to and being left out in the cold. I don't know if I've particularly been left out in the cold in my life, but I do enjoy the kind of the layers between things in characters.
I think what was interesting about Loki as well is with when you have a villain who's the villain for the sake of being the evil one, whereas this character had the real justification for what he was doing, and if you sat down and talked to Loki, he'd probably convince you that his reasons were quite just, and I think that's a much stronger angle to come from as opposed to just beating your fingers together and being the bad guy, so to speak. So yeah, that's it.
Kenneth Branagh might not. Are we done? I'm afraid that's it. That's all we've got time.
So those were the interviews in the IGN arena stage area thing. We will be back at Kapow tomorrow, and we will be taking the camera. I don't know how much footage we're going to get, but we'll see. You never know. Check back at Final Boss Fight for more updates as and when we have them, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Follow us on Twitter at www.twitter.com/finalbossfight, or follow us at Facebook. There is a link at the top right of our website to our Facebook page. Bye.